Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Sean, this is the game room, and this time we're going to be painting Interceptor. The base game you get the Terran Commonwealth, and that's what I'm going to show you how to paint. I'm painting them in the, there it is, the red paint scheme versus the yellow. You can do it either way, but the red is very easy to do. I'm going to show you how I'm doing it. These are the same models you get in the base set. You can also pick up the fleet by itself. If you have a friend sort of got the base set or something like that, or you just want more ships, you can pick this up. There are, in these additional boxes, there's a few other extras in there, like blank pilot cards and new pilot cards that aren't in the base game, but the ships are the same. So anyway, let me show you how I did this. And these are a few that I have already completed. It's a very, very simple paint scheme. We're going to use matte black for the windows with a little touch of gray sear, which is our base coat. These were all primed with gray sear. And we're going to use Blood Angels red. And we're going to use our dark wash, which I have here somewhere. That's my flesh wash. Anyway, I'll find it in a moment. But anyway, these are actually very, very simple to paint in this particular theme. I have a model here already primed. Now, you can, if you want, do the bottoms. I don't, because on a toothpick, you can't really see the bottom anyway, but when you put them on the stand, they're very low, so nobody's flipping these guys over to see what's on the back. But on the back here, if you see any engines, then we'll add in a couple other colors for that. So let's move these guys aside. He does have an engine, so we will probably use a couple other colors on top of the main colors, but we're going to do that here in just a second. We'll get started. Okay, so our first step is our Blood Angels red. And all I'm doing is really just the raised part down the center, which makes this paint scheme very, very easy. So we're going to do the tail. Make sure you can see that. And we'll do this triangle down the center. Same thing on this side. And may have to hold a little bit. If I just stuck it on a toothpick just to basically to do the priming and to kind of hold it while I paint it, but there's not really anything holding it in place, so just got to be careful with it. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish this off, and I'll show you what he looks like here in just a moment. Okay, so with the red basically complete, we'll come back and touch up. I hit the tail. I'll come back and touch that up shortly. I'm going to work on the windows. So for this, I'm just using matte black, then down with just a touch of water, and you're just doing the canopy basically. And you just want to be very careful. The reason we painted the whole thing red is so you could get all of the ship pieces. And now we're just going to, well, it helps if I get this so you can see it. Literally just pushing the paint. Like so. We're going to do side windows here. Okay, just like that, and we'll let that dry back. Alright, so he's got two engines back here that you can see, and I'm going to do those with Lava Orange and Demonic Yellow. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hit him with the orange. And it doesn't take a whole lot for this, but they're really just going to basically, we're just going to give it a glow effect. So it looks like the, if you're looking at the ship from behind, it'll look like the engines are burning. Okay. Now, you can wait for that to dry. I'm not, because I am totally impatient. No, because I kind of like the way these mix together. So, now I'm going to hit the yellow, but you see the ridges? So now I'm just going to go across the ridges like that. Okay, now we're going to let that dry, and be back in a moment. Okay, next up we're going to use the Gray Seer base to just to do the give the black, break up the black on the canopy, and just get very little on the tip of your brush. That's all you're going to need. And we just kind of touch at an angle. You can even do it on the sides. Okay, and the last step is we're going to do the wash here in just a second. I need to let this finish drying, and we'll get that wash on shortly. Okay, now we're going to give it a wash with the dark tone, which is probably, I added a little bit of water, not a ton, or it doesn't stick real well. But we're just going to go over the whole model, everything. Alright, And with that dry, we're going to go ahead and clean up the bottom for any, especially now if you're going to do anything with the bottom, you can. I'm not, since nobody's ever really going to see it. But I do just want to clean it up so that it does look nice. And to do that, all we're doing is just hitting it with the base coat, Gray Seer. Alright guys, there you go. Very easy, very quick. It's going to take longer to wait for the wash to dry than it is to actually paint the model. But I mean, you know, pretty cool. You can do other things to it if you want. I am quite happy with that. It's going to look great on the table from, you know, my normal 3-foot tabletop distance. Now, that's it. I will show you what some pictures of the whole fleet looks like. All 10 ships. I have them all completed now. And Interceptor. It's a lot of fun. At Gen Con, I got to play with the guy who wrote it. And he was just kind of teaching us a few rounds. And by the second round, we had ships spinning out of control. We had you know, all sorts of mayhem going on. And we only had 8 ships. We had 4 of us playing 2 ships apiece. And it was a lot of fun. But next up, I'm going to work on the other side from the starter box. And again, I bought this separate because I wanted the extra cards and everything for the game. If you've not tried Interceptor, it is a lot of fun. You can get it at fasagames.com. They have their second Kickstarter, which introduced the Babylonian ships. If you watched the previous video in this series right after Gen Con, you saw me unbox that. Those ships look fantastic. They're also just wrapping up. I saw on the Kickstarter update, they are just wrapping up as of, this is October 21st, 23, the campaign book. So the PDFs of that should hopefully be going out soon, and the books will be printed, and I'll get my grubby little paws on that one when it comes in. And they also announced they're doing their next 2 fleets, which are mentioned in the book. So they've got another Kickstarter coming. So if you haven't jumped in and you want, look for that Kickstarter coming, go to Fasa Games, order the starter box. It's totally worth it, and it's a lot of fun. It's a big rule book, but it's actually very easy to play once you've gone through it a couple times. So anyway, I'll shut up. Anyway, I hope this painting video helped. I will show you what I do with my next with the next faction, and maybe at some point I'll come back and paint the other 10 Terra with one of the different paint schemes. But again, this was a very easy paint scheme. If you want to do more, there's tons of detail on these ships. You could pick out all the weapons, things like that if you'd like. I'm just trying to get them painted so I can get them on the tabletop and have a blast with them. So anyway, I'm Sean. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, drop a comment down below, and as always, have a wonderful evening. God bless. Bye now.